Right, I have been joined in the studio by Paul Meadows from SENS. Now, Paul, good morning.
Morning.
SENS, please explain what this is.
Yeah, SENS for Dad is it's basically a support group for dads and male carers that have a child or a young adult with special educational needs and or disability. And so what we do is we do certain events where just the dads can come along, they can chat, take part in certain activities, and then we have those where they can come along with their child or young adult, and obviously then helps build up relationships, and they can really enjoy themselves. And then we do other things as well where the whole family can come along, so it's all about creating a comfortable environment where basically they can be themselves, and quite often it's activities that they wouldn't normally do.
I was just about to say, what sort of activities do they do?
Yeah, well, we have a weekly activity club at the Frank Bruno Foundation. So a lot of people automatically think Frank Bruno, boxing, oh, that's great if you're going to have children going along, but it's all non-contact boxing. But it's not just boxing that we do. We play games like there's tag, we've played dodgeball, we've played softball, and it's all types of activities that will help with like the stance with boxing, how to dodge and everything else. And then there may be a bit of pad work and stuff like that. But then for those that don't like the physical side of it, element of it, we do have like an area where they can go sit down, have a coffee, cup of tea, they can play table football, but then we've also got another room out the back where they can go and play board games. But what I'm also trying to do is do like a more holistic approach and get some groups to kind of come in that would help benefit the dads group. So for instance, this Sunday we just had some come along and they did like sensory mindfulness. With a lot of our children, the sensory side of things really is a key thing to helping them calm down. So we have that once a week, and then we have a once a month meeting at the pub, and then another once a month meeting where it's breakfast. Well, I'm meeting, it's the get-togethers, but it's a breakfast at Cafe Track on the town market square, and then we do other activities. So this weekend we have got Zorbin, so obviously the dads and the kids can go in that. Last weekend we had like a boat trip using the Crusader community boats, so it's just around the corner actually in Beckett's Park where we actually boarded there. So I like to use local groups, local businesses, because then it kind of keeps the money within the kind of sector within the community, but obviously we provide these free for the parents because they have a lot of additional costs sometimes, and sometimes it does mean that one of the parents may have to stop work for caring responsibilities, or the child may not be in education, so they have to take then become full-time carers. Yeah. So it is about giving them the opportunity, because a lot of the times parents with a child with SEND, they can feel very isolated, very alone, and it's to help break down those barriers. So we do have a WhatsApp chat group for the dads and male carers. And when I say male carers, that could be a grandfather, a stepdad, a brother or whatever, anyone that would have a caring responsibility for that individual. And they can be of any age and any disability. It doesn't have to be diagnosed, because I didn't want to put barriers into people accessing the group, because it's all about supporting, helping, with regards to the loneliness. And it's actually quite timely me being here, because starting in September, going to be doing like a monthly kind of cafe at Delapre Abbey in the cottage there. I'm going to call it Brutiful Bromance. Basically, what I want to do is I don't want dads to automatically think a support group. So I've got to have a problem. I've got to, be struggling to go to the group. This is about, making friendships, doing stuff together, going out, enjoying yourselves. Not that you only go to it when you need to, when you're desperate, when you're not feeling well and everything else. It's you can access it whenever. Go along, have a chat. So, it's just to kind of get across that, because us men are not very good when it comes to talking. It's just come along and take part, really.
Is there a charge? Do they pay a subscription, or do they?
No charge, no subscription at all.
So you're totally reliant on fundraising activities to raise the money.
Yes.
And what sort of fundraising activities have you got planned or coming up?
Well, we've just had the ladies from Jam that have raised. They've been absolutely brilliant. They've raised £6,000 for the three charities, and we're one of those charities. So, £2,000, really does go a long way in providing, some of the activities that we do. We do apply for grants, but grants, you're competing against other organisations. So one of the things we have got coming up, hopefully, is we're going to be doing a charity calendar this year. And we're going to do it based on superheroes. So we're going to have a few dads and hopefully some of their children and all that dressing up as superheroes for the day, doing all different manner of things, just having a bit of fun, really. We did one a couple of years ago where it was dads in drag, and that was the most fun ever. We had one of the children that actually joined in. We had them doing our makeup, and it was one of the most fun days we've ever had. Just doing all this to raise awareness. And at the end of the day, the calendar was all about, be yourself no matter what. It doesn't matter. That's one of the things that the group does is, quite often families, they feel that they are judged when they go out in public by those that don't really understand, especially the neurodiverse type of requirements. And so it's about, that they then stop going out, they then stop doing stuff. And why should they? Why should they? They should feel comfortable in that, okay, there's this behaviour. Other people may see or may look at it in a way that's not very positive, so to speak, and just go out and just enjoy themselves. So that's what it's all about. Anybody
wants any further information, how would they get in touch?
Yeah, we've got a Facebook page, so we've got Sends for Dad main page. That's where a lot of the information is on, but we've also got a website as well, which is www.sendsfordad.org.uk, and the Sends for Dad is SENDS, the number 4, and then Dad.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for coming in, Paul. And will you come back at the end of August to tell us more about the new cafe?
Yes, I will do.